amendment with?
I move the amendment circulated in my name to Senate amendments. Firstly, I'd like to talk to the government amendments that have come down from the Senate. I'd like to acknowledge that finally the government has decided to split the bill. This has been the desire of many of the crossbench for a period of time, because we have recognised that there are many important parts of the bill that support people right now and people who need it, including support for those suffering domestic violence, those suffering silicosis, ensuring that people get the correct redundancy payments, and also ensuring that people do not have their wages stolen from them. This is absolutely important. I don't fully support, however, the split as it is, and I would like one of the amendments is about that split. I would also wish to urge the government, as it considers what it does next with the rest of the bill, to make some positive steps to make it easier to employ people in this country. The government could take some positive steps for business, which would also make a huge difference to workers. And these are such as making it easier for people who have increasing flexibility for part-time workers. The Minister and I have spoken time and time again about award simplification, because I would still like my niece, when she asks me is she being paid the right amount, that she can look that up herself rather than me spending half an hour on the Fair Work website trying to work it out for her. There is significant work to be done that would benefit workers and would benefit business, and I urge the government to seek that common ground much further. However, the specific amendments that I am making, it's a pretty simple one. The Senate amendments have the effect of shifting most parts of the Fair Work bill into a separate bill, which will be considered next year. In addition to the parts being shifted out, I would like to add Division 1 of Part 7. This division deals with workplace delegates, providing them with additional protections and rights, and imposes a requirement on businesses to provide delegates with paid time off for training. The bill provides a carve-out for small businesses, defined as those with fewer than 15 employees, but otherwise provides no guardrails on the number of delegates or how much paid time off they can receive. The Minister has told this House this would be policed by Fair Work, but many businesses would like to see clear legislated guardrails such as reasonableness tests, given the size of the business. As somebody who has run 2 different businesses, the idea that someone in my workplace may have an unlimited amount of time off that I am obliged to pay for, and with absolutely really no control or guardrails, is concerning. Now, it's nice that Fair Work might police this, but honestly, when you're trying to run a business, you just want to know what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, and do that pretty simply. And I'm afraid that the legislation, as drafted, does not do that enough for business. We need to make it easy for businesses to do the right thing, because most Australian businesses want to do the right thing, but they do not want to have to go back to Fair Work and work out what they're meant to be doing. And I can continue to urge the government to look for that simplification so that businesses can know what they are doing. I appreciate at the moment it's not appropriate to move an amendment to impose this test in the House. However, I'm simply asking that the government shifts this division into another bill, which means it can be considered as part of the Senate inquiry and appropriate guardrails considered and adopted. It is a sensible measure which will provide clarity, support small and medium-sized businesses, and it's not contrary to the government's policy intentions. So I encourage the government to support it. I also encourage the opposition to support it. I have to say I sat through the original debate of this bill earlier, I think it was the other week, and watched the opposition vote time and time against sensible amendments from the crossbench, including amendments that would remove union powers for delegates and remove the right for unions to go into workplaces without notice. I do not understand the opposition's reasoning on this, when these are the challenges that you as opposition say that you're trying to preserve for businesses. It is time to work constructively with the whole House to make bills better. Thank you.